The Joker stands on a street corner in full makeup and is completely ignored by everyone, even though, according to Lieutenant Gordon, he is a wanted criminal who leaves playing cards at his crime scenes.
There's plenty. 6 years. Don't forget the guy playing the job.
He thinks he can sit it out and still take a slice. I know why they call him the Joker.
According to Gordon, the Joker started his criminal career with armed robbery and double homicide just like Joe Chill, and he used the profits of that robbery to finance this bank heist. Joker chooses to rob the mob bank because no one else is crazy enough to rip off the mob, which actually makes it a soft target without much security, and Joker knew this.
Obviously, we don't want you doing anything with your hands other than holding on for dear life.
Using deductive reasoning based on what the Joker says about preferring to use knives, he most likely used a knife in his first robbery. So, a simple knife made it possible for him to buy guns and grenades for the bank heist, and essentially it only took a knife to successfully rob a bank.
One less share, right?
Funny, he told me something similar. No!
The Joker loves to test morality, and he conducts his first morality test by offering more money to the bank robbers who kill each other. Needless to say, they all failed the test miserably. Joker wears a frowning clown mask similar to the one worn in the Batman TV show from the 1960s. The Joker consistently takes his enemies' weapons and resources as trophies. Then he recycles them by using them against his new enemies. And he starts this trend by taking the bank manager's shotgun. Joker reveals that he tricked the hostages into complying with the robbery by using smoke grenades instead of real explosives.
I told you my compound would take you places. I never said there'd be places you wanted to go.
The Scarecrow is now a wanted fugitive after working with Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins, and he's now forced to become a mere drug dealer so he can continue to avoid the authorities.
That's not him.
Copycat vigilantes are a callback to Batman's comic book debut where he originally used guns to fight crime. The Chechen uses attack dogs as a clever way to distract Batman. Batman completely crushes the top of the car, but somehow doesn't break the Scarecrow's neck.
What gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Batman captures the copycat vigilantes for their own good. Also, instead of going to jail, this poor bastard was handed over to the mob by Detective Warts at the end of this scene.
Can we get a minute, people, please?
Detective Ramirez, the other piece of shit crooked cop, tells Maroni that the Joker robbed his bank immediately after this scene.
Another drop from the mob, that makes 5. We found the bulk of the dirty cash.
Time to move in.
I'd have to hit all banks simultaneously.
I gotta admit, seizing the mob's money is a brilliant idea. They wouldn't be able to bribe anyone or bail out of jail. Essentially, without money, the engine stops. Good job, Batman.
Carrying too much weight. Need to be faster.
I'm sure Mr. Fox can oblige.
Bruce learns to stitch his own wounds to avoid suspicion from the public.
Hostile? I see you hostile.
Harvey's assassination attempt is a callback to the comic book where he's disfigured by Maroni in court. Also, Harvey is a gun expert, indicating that he's pro 2A.
I'm fine, by the way.
Come on, Harvey, you're Gotham's DA. You're not getting shot at. You're not doing your job right.
Harvey's girlfriend Rachel is oddly in a good mood after he's almost shot in the face in front of her. Seriously, ma'am, your boyfriend could have died. This is no time to be horny.
as safe for the operation.
Gordon, I don't like that you've got your own special unit. And I don't like that it's full of cops I investigated at Internal Affairs.
Gordon doesn't listen when Harvey tries to warn him about Wirtz and Ramirez.
You want to be able to turn your head.
Sure made backing out of the driveway easier.
I'll see what I can do.
Bruce pokes fun at the previous Batsuit costume designs.
Thinks he is above the law.
Exactly. Who appointed the Batman? We did. All of us who stood by and let scum take control of our city.
Bruce cross-examines Harvey to make sure he's not a piece of shit.
Okay, fine. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
This quote sounds good, but it doesn't make any fucking sense when you think about it. If a hero lives a long time, couldn't he still die a hero? The fact that they have a metal detector at the mob meeting shows that the leaders don't fully trust each other.
I thought my jokes were bad.
Even though Joker has enough money to start a new life, he decides to stay in town and personally crash the mob meeting, proving that he's not motivated by money. Also, Joker used some of the bank money to bribe someone for the location of the mob meeting.
It's gone.
Joker is a master of Aikido. Also, I've tried this a jillion times and there's no fucking way you can stab a pencil into a table by the eraser. But I'll let it slide.
You see, a guy like me,
Freak.
a guy like me.
Joker despises being called a freak, and for this offense, Gamble unknowingly put a target on his own back.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
How much you want?
Half.
Joker proposes a horrible one-sided deal where if he receives half the mob's total money, he would instantly become more powerful than any one of the other mob bosses.
Little Gamble here won't be able to get a nickel for his grandma.
Enough from the clown!
Joker antagonizes Gamble on purpose in an attempt to use his anger issues against him.
I'm putting the word out. 500 grand for this clown dead. $1 million alive, so I can teach him some manners first.
Gamble makes a grave mistake by underestimating the Joker by putting a measly $1 million hit on him, even though the Joker just stole $68 million and can easily offer his would-be assassins quadruple the money to kill Gamble instead. Simply put, Gamble got himself killed by being too cheap.
The Chinese won't extradite a national under any circumstances.
If I get him to you, can you get him to talk?
Batman, Gordon, and Harvey Dent's alliance on the rooftop is a callback to the comic books.
We're going after the mob's life savings. Things will get ugly.
I knew the risk when I took this job, Lieutenant.
Harvey tells Gordon he knows the risk for fighting the mob, but in reality, he wasn't truly prepared to lose anything, especially Rachel. At the end of the day, everyone expects to go home.
Now, there is a trade-off. Separation of the plates makes you more vulnerable to knives and gunfire.
We wouldn't want to make things too easy now, would we?
Bruce trades being completely stat-proof for the ability to be faster. Gee, I bet that's not gonna come back to haunt him later. Also, if Batman used more smoke bombs in this movie like he's supposed to, he wouldn't need to be any faster. Bruce leaves at the beginning of his yacht party and no one notices. Meanwhile, if I were lured onto a boat by a billionaire and I didn't see him after a few hours, I'd be suspicious as fuck.
So, dead? That's 500.
How about a lie?
Joker turns the tables on Gamble by using his own stupidity against him.
Mommy gets the kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit.
Gamble, a big-time mob boss, doesn't have a gun or a knife on him to defend himself. Boy, he really is a fucking idiot.
Why so serious?
Joker kills Gamble without looking at him, showing how little he actually cares about it. Also, it's not shown, but Gamble either got his throat slashed or was stabbed in the neck.
So we're gonna have tryouts.
Joker recycles one of Gamble's men by using him to kill the others. Also, with Gamble gone, there's only 2 mob bosses left in the way.
Just accidentally wasting it.
That's very good, Mr. Lau. Accidentally. Very good.
Lau rudely leaves the meeting and completely destroys his future relationship with Wayne Enterprises. Lucius definitely got this poor guy fired after this. Lucius's duplicate phone causes a power outage that turns off all the cameras in the building, making sure there's no video evidence of Batman being in China. Batman hand glides towards Lau's building like a fucking rock star. Operation Skyhook was shamelessly stolen from the James Bond movie Thunderball.
What kind of details do you have about this communal fund? Ledgers, no...
Immunity, protection, and a chartered plane back to Hong Kong.
Joker was right about Lau being a snitch. Also, Lau was gonna steal the mob's money for himself.
He was right. You have to fix real problem. Batman.
The Chechen convinces Maroni to hire the Joker even though he just killed their partner Gamble. Either they didn't like Gamble or they were too busy planning to take his cut.
Have a nice trip. See you next fall.
712 counts of extortion, 849 counts of racketeering, 200...
The cops managed to arrest over 500 mobsters in less than a day.
87 counts of conspiracy murder, 527 counts of obstruction of justice.
The judge finds a Joker card during the mob arraignment, indicating that the Joker started his work immediately while Maroni and the Chechen were being processed.
Followed swiftly by you and me.
The mob's crooked cops were not only able to sneak a dead body into a government building, but also throw it out of a window tied to a noose without being caught.
Batman must take off his mask and turn himself in. Oh, and every day he doesn't, people will die.
Joker pressures Batman to turn himself in so he can immediately have him killed by the mob's crooked cops. Also, Joker gives Batman a morality test, either sacrifice himself or selfishly let the innocent citizens die.
Harvey is that hero. He locked up half of the city's criminals, and he did it without wearing a mask.
Bruce tries to push off his responsibilities to Harvey so he can dirty Mac his girlfriend. With all the mobsters in jail, Joker uses the mob's dirty cops to kill the judge and the commissioner.
I only have one question. Where is Harvey Dent?
Joker crashes the fundraiser and says the exact same thing as Bruce.
Thank God you've got a panic room.
Hey, wait!
You gotta be kidding me.
Partygoers witness Bruce selfishly hiding alone in his panic room, which actually gives him an alibi when Batman shows up.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Rachel leaves her hiding place to confront the Joker and save the old man.
Very poor choice of words.
Batman goes after Rachel and accidentally shows Joker that he actually cares about her, effectively putting a target on her back as the next priority victim. Somehow, both Batman and Rachel didn't break their legs in this scene.
Alright. Let's not do that again.
What he meant to say was, "Bitch, didn't I tell your stubborn ass to stay in your hiding spot?"
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Alfred makes Bruce realize that unlike his other enemies, the Joker is an authentic psychopath. Also, the fact that the Joker cannot be identified in any database indicates that he intentionally used some of the mob's money to erase his history.
Gonna take ballistics off a shattered bullet?
Fingerprints.
Batman fails to understand that fingerprints are usually left on the casing and not on the bullet itself.
Sure you made it loud enough.
Bruce spends all day building this elaborate gun track instead of shooting the fucking bricks himself.
Keep that.
For such a smarty-pants accountant guy, Reese really didn't think through his dumbass plan. Also, Lucius doesn't tell Bruce that Reese is a bitch-ass ninja.
Who was that?
What happened?
They took our guns. Uniforms.
Since Joker is working with Maroni's crooked cops, instead of killing their fellow officers at the commissioner's funeral, he does them a favor and allows them to live. Even though Gordon is clearly shot in the back, which visibly penetrates his body armor and causes a blood mist, Gordon has no apparent injuries when he shows up later.
He ain't coming. He doesn't want to talk to us. God help whoever he does want to talk to.
MCU officers were probably trying to tell Batman that Gordon is alive. Batman fights Maroni's men at what appears to be the Iceberg Lounge.
You're not safe there.
Oh, this is Gordon's unit.
Gordon's gone, Rachel.
He vouched for these men.
And he's gone.
After being dropped out of a window and warned by Harvey that she's the next target, Rachel still refuses to leave town while she still has a chance.
Tell you nothing. That wise to your act. You got rules. The Joker, he's got no rules.
Maroni refuses to rat out the Joker, a decision he eventually makes later to Gordon when it's already too late.
Harvey called. He said Batman's gonna turn himself in.
I have no choice.
After already losing Gordon, Bruce decides to surrender the moment he learns that Rachel is the Joker's next priority victim. Bruce kisses Rachel goodbye without knowing it.
It's your accomplice.
Accomplice? I'm gonna tell him the whole thing was your idea.
Bruce and Alfred joke about being arrested, even though they would both be viciously murdered in jail if they actually go through with it.
I am the Batman.
Harvey saves Bruce and Alfred by taking the blame.
Bye, Alfred.
Bye, Rachel.
Alfred is the only character who says a proper goodbye to Rachel.
Honorably and
Harvey kisses Rachel goodbye without knowing it. Joker recycles the bank manager's shotgun and uses it to shoot at Harvey.
What is that, a bazooka?
The RPG would have definitely killed Harvey, especially if the Joker used it first instead of the shotgun.
I didn't sign up for this!
Like I said, at the end of the day, everyone expects to go home.
Goodbye.
Just like in Batman Returns, Batman turns his Batmobile into a Batpod and drives away.
Could you please just give me a minute?
Joker attempts to carve a smile into Batman's face as a way to identify him when he's not wearing the mask.
We got you, you son of a bitch.
Gordon personally arrests the Joker for shooting him in the back like a bitch. Also, after this scene, Gordon helps Batman back on his bike like a kid with a skimmed knee.
Nothing. No matches on prints, DNA, dental, clothing is custom, no labels.
After what just happened, Joker understands that Batman won't kill him or surrender no matter what, and it's at this time he realizes that they can play this game together forever.
You don't have any say in the matter, Commissioner Gordon.
What makes the mayor think Gordon even wants that bullshit job?
Assuming, of course, that they are still your people, and not Maroni's.
Just like Harvey, Joker warns Gordon about Maroni's crooked cops, and still Gordon refuses to listen.
We're gonna play games. I'm gonna need a cup of coffee.
Gordon uncuffs Joker because it's illegal to harm a prisoner in restraints. Batman took a big risk going into that police station. Also, where the hell did Batman come from? Is there a back door to that interrogation room?
I wanted to see what you'd do. And you didn't disappoint. You let 5 people die.
Ramirez watches the Joker's interrogation immediately after delivering Rachel to the mob.
You're garbage. You kills for money. Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be.
This conversation inspires the Joker to burn the mob's money, in an attempt to show everyone that money isn't what he's after.
Choose between one life or the other. Your friend, the district attorney, or his blushing bride-to-be.
Joker makes Batman choose between 2 people he already risked his life for.
At 250 52nd Street, and she's on Avenue X. That's Cicero.
Joker actually placed Harvey, Gotham's White Knight, at the Avenue X in Cicero, which was named after a virtuous politician from ancient Rome. Harvey wakes up tied to a chair, indicating that Maroni's men had to knock him out to capture him while Detective Warts watched. Also, Rachel must have been scared shitless when Ramirez delivered her to the mob. Meanwhile, Harvey wasn't surprised at all.
I want my phone call. I want my phone call.
Joker was going to use his phone bomb to capture Lau, even if he wasn't arrested.
They told me that only one of us was gonna make it, and that they were gonna let our friends choose.
Rachel unintentionally motivates Harvey to foolishly try and free himself.
Drop it on the floor now! Drop the weapon!
Sorry?
What do you want?
I just want my phone call.
Joker recycles the broken glass that Batman left behind and uses it to subdue Detective Stevens. Even though Joker used him as a human shield, Detective Stevens somehow survives.
Right, listen.
Rachel's bomb explodes before Harvey's, as the Joker didn't want her to escape for a 3rd time. Batman successfully rescues Harvey, and he would have never been burned if Rachel would have stayed quiet. Joker escapes the police station with 4 cop cars filled with crooked cops. Also, if Joker is in the back seat, then who the fuck is driving the car?
I need to be honest and clear. I'm going to marry Harvey Dent.
Batman took Harvey to the hospital.
What we stand for. Gotham needs you.
No, Gotham needs its true hero.
Alfred doesn't get electrocuted by Batman's mask. Batman unintentionally traumatizes Harvey by giving him his charred coin, which is probably covered in Rachel's ashes. Harvey doesn't identify Detective Warts to Gordon because he wants that fat fucker all for himself.
You want him? I can tell you we'll be this afternoon.
Unlike the Chechen, Maroni is too scared to meet with the Joker, and he's too smart to let greed be his downfall. So instead, he decides to finally rat out the Joker before the Joker can kill him first.
I'm a man of my word. Where's the Italian?
Joker is asking for Maroni because he planned to kill both Maroni and the Chechen after provoking them on purpose, just like he did with Gamble.
To cover all possible getaway routes.
Wait, talk to the man. What he'll do with all your money?
Lau is such a bitch-ass ninja that Joker probably didn't even have to threaten him for the location of the money.
All you care about is money. This town deserves a better class of criminal.
Joker burns his half of the money, provoking the Chechen on purpose. Also, Lau should be screaming as he's burnt to death in this scene.
We cut you up into little pieces and feed you to your pooches. And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is.
Joker recycles the Chechen's 3 attack dogs and uses them to attack their own master. Also, with both Gamble and the Chechen gone and Maroni on the run, the Joker is officially in charge now.
It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
Joker talks a good game, but he isn't stupid enough to get rid of all the money and have his henchmen turn on him.
If Coleman Reese isn't dead in 60 minutes, then I blow up a hospital.
Shady blackmailer tries to be a hero by doing exactly what the Joker wanted, only to have it backfire in spectacular fashion.
Will you be wanting to backput, sir?
Middle of the day, Alfred? Not very subtle.
The Lamborghini, then. Much more subtle.
The Joker gives the citizens a morality test, enticing them to kill Reese for him. The random citizen who shoots at Reese strongly resembles Joe Chill from Batman Begins. Also, Joker ironically put Reese in the same exact position as Batman, turning everyone against him.
Let me through, excuse me. Okay. Sir, could you help, please?
I'm gonna find a bus for him.
Joker kills the head nurse and steals her uniform immediately after this scene. Bruce knows most of Gordon's cops by name.
You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan.
The Joker and Two-Face on the big screen together for the first time.
Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos.
Joker gives Harvey a chance to kill him with the dead cop's revolver to prove that he really is a creature without rules. Also, Joker knows that he would still win if Harvey kills him, so he's actually okay with dying at this point.
That's a very brave thing you did.
Trying to catch the light?
Well, you weren't protecting the van.
Why? Who's in it?
Not seeing Gordon arrest the fuck out of Officer Berg at the end of the scene. Joker hijacks the bus full of evacuees with the same silenced pistol he used to kill the cop in the hospital. Also, Harvey leaves the hospital before it explodes, making it look like he killed the cop in the hospital room.
Get out now. But the bridge and tunnel crowd are sure in for a surprise.
Citizens finally evacuating the city after things got worse, when they had a huge opportunity to do so after the commissioner's funeral.
I thought you was dead.
Two-Face confronts Wirtz while wearing the same clothes he was burned in, even though it's protocol for doctors to cut the clothes off of patients in an emergency.
Are you telling me that you're gonna protect the other traitor in Gordon's unit?
I don't know, he never told me.
Wirtz already knows that there's nothing he can say to keep Harvey from killing him. So, instead of begging for his life, he decides to save Ramirez by lying for her.
Because I don't know what's gonna happen to you either.
Two-Face kills Warts with a headshot, as he only has 5 bullets and must make each round count. Also, Two-Face uses an American gun to kill a public servant, just as he stated earlier.
You've turned every cell phone in Gotham into a microphone.
And a high-frequency generator receiver.
Batman comes up with a brilliant plan to use the Joker's need to make terrorist threats against him with his sonar phone tracking device. Also, Lucius sees Bruce as Batman for the first time.
But consider this my resignation. As long as this machine is at Wayne Enterprises, I won't be.
Without Lucius's help, Batman wouldn't have been able to capture the Joker, as Alfred wasn't qualified to operate the machine. Movie wants us to believe that Two-Face knocked out a bodyguard and snuck in the car without alerting the suspicions of Maroni's driver.
Don't stop for lights, cops, nothing.
Going to join your wife?
Two-Face confronts Maroni before he can leave town without his money.
Can't hurt your chances.
It was Ramirez.
This is precisely why a life of crime isn't worth it, because sooner or later, your so-called friends will tell on you in order to make a better deal for themselves.
Your driver.
Two-Face is such a cheater that if the driver flipped good heads, he would have flipped his coin a 3rd time for himself, and he would have made sure Maroni's head was next to him when he shot himself.
Get down to the engine room now.
Movie shows us what happened to Debo after the events of next Friday.
At midnight, I blow you all up. If, however, one of you presses the button, I'll let that boat live.
Joker gives the citizens his final morality test. Also, Joker reads his terrorist threats from a script this time, indicating that he's been lying this entire time about not having plans.
Did you think they were gonna do?
They got me early on. My mother's hospital bills.
Don't!
I'm sorry.
Unlike Wirtz, Ramirez apologizes to Harvey for what she's done.
Live to fight another day, officer.
Since his coin wouldn't let him kill Ramirez, Two-Face decides to disfigure her pretty face just like his was disfigured instead.
Another SWAT team on the roof.
Batman's sonar vision is an awesome callback to his look in the Batman the Animated Series cartoon. Also, if Batman didn't intervene, the hostages would have been killed by the SWAT team before the SWAT team would have been killed by Joker's men.
The tally is 140 against 396 for.
Citizens on the ferry vote to blow up the prisoners along with the innocent prison guards on board. Wow, that's pretty fucked up.
Where's the detonator? Don't get
Joker recycles the Chechen's attack dogs and uses them against Batman. Also, by now it's pretty clear that the attack dogs represent the realistic Nolan version of the Joker's pet hyenas from the comics. Batman is a dog murderer. The prisoners accept their fate and surprisingly throws their detonator out of the window, showing that even hardened criminals can't live with killing hundreds of innocent people just to selfishly save themselves.
What were you trying to prove? That deep down, everyone's as ugly as you. You're alone.
The citizens and prisoners didn't have it in them to blow up one boat full of people, but the Joker definitely has it in him to blow up 2 boats with over 1,000 people just to prove a point. He's killed people before individually, but now he's completely willing to commit a mass genocide, showing just how much of a sick and troubled individual he really is. Also, the citizens and prisoners passed the Joker's final morality test.
Speaking of which, you know how I got these scars?
No, but I know how you got these.
Batman's razor-sharp projectiles don't immediately kill the Joker in this scene. Joker laughs as he falls to his death because he can die happy knowing that he corrupted the incorruptible Batman. Batman somehow catches Joker with his magic grappling gun.
This city just showed you that it's full of people ready to believe in good.
Batman saves over 1,000 people. Also, if the Joker had detonated his bombs, he would have completely broken the spirit of Gotham, and the citizens would have definitely killed each other in his next series of morality tests.
Till they get a good look at the real Harvey Dent. Huh? And all the heroic things he's done.
Joker somehow knows exactly what Harvey's been doing, even though he's been busy with his own criminal activities. Joker laughs as he's being arrested because he thinks he won, and because he had a hell of a good time while it lasted. Also, if you think about it, Joker actually saved the city by getting rid of the mob for good, which makes him an anti-hero.
Have you ever had to talk to the person you love most? Tell them it's gonna be alright, when you know it's not?
If Gordon listened to Harvey and Joker about Wirtz and Ramirez, he wouldn't be in this fucked up position right now.
You're not going to hurt my family.
No. Just the person you love most.
Two-Face doesn't appear to be in any pain, even though half his face is melted off and he's refusing to take painkillers.
Damn it, will you stop pointing that gun at my family?
No!
We have a winner.
No, Jim, stop it!
Gordon admits that he loves his son more than he loves his daughter.
50-50.
What happened to Rachel wasn't chance. We decided to act. We three.
Batman reminds Two-Face that the three of them are responsible for everything that's happened, and he's actually right. If they never went after the mob's money, the Joker couldn't have used the mob to become so dangerous. Harvey chose Batman first so he couldn't stop him from killing Gordon's son next. Harvey breaks his neck from a one-story fall, which is bullshit because Maroni didn't break his neck. Hell, even Batman didn't break his neck and he fell with this motherfucker. Also, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but Batman did kill Harvey Dent. There, I said it.
Gotham needs its true hero.
This shot is just pure awesomeness.
I killed those people. That's what I can be.
No, you can't. You're not.
I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be.
Batman takes the blame for Harvey's murders, and people actually choose to believe it, even though everyone knows that Batman doesn't use guns or kill cops.
Because he can take it.
Police officers chase Batman with dogs, even though he just saved over 1,000 people that same night. If you ask me, that should be a wash.
Guardian. A watchful protector. A dark knight.
Later that night, after everyone is safe, Gordon's daughter gets a septum nose ring and runs away from home.